Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's live. I'm so happy I was able to make it on today. I do hope, I've got my fingers crossed, that I don't have a coughing fit on here. Because as you guys know, last week I was not well. I'm still recovering. So I'm hoping I don't have any coughing fits while I'm on here with you guys today, because we've got a few questions that have come through over the last couple of weeks that I want to answer. So if you're joining me live, hello to Facebook. If you're joining me here on Instagram, hello, welcome to this week's live. So last week was supposed to be week 14. However, we're doing it today because last week I was sick. And yeah, just say hello when you join so that I know that you are here. Before I do get started, I'm just going to quickly share this live into my Facebook group, the Women's Wisdom Collective. If you're not a part of that, please just comment below and I'll be able to add you in. It is a group for women. Each day there's a different theme with a different thread of different things that you can add in. It's a place where you can learn a lot of things in terms of life and business. And it's just a really good support network, especially if you're on the journey to building your business online. So let me just quickly take a sip of my tea here. Okay. All right. Holding the intention that there are going to be no coughing fits on this live. So for those of you who are new to my world, hello, my name is Nicole Cartney. I am a business coach, a mindset coach. I'm also a quantum healer. And I've been in business I've been in this industry coaching for the last 5 years. And then I went out on my own in terms of my business last year and scaled my business to its first 6 figures. Before that, I was working for an 8-figure entrepreneur company, education company. So I was her coach for all her clients and also doing some healing work for her clients as well. So it's been a bit of a journey, to be honest. And like anything that we get into, it's always going to be a journey. You're always going to learn more about yourself. You're going to grow. You're going to learn the ups and downs. You'll go through challenges and obstacles. But through all of it, it's just been a really beautiful journey of evolution and growth personally, but also in my business as well. And so I love what I do. I love coaching. I love helping people, especially when it comes to business. If they've got an amazing idea that they want to turn into an income, that's what I'm able to help people do. And so what I decided to do is over the last 14 weeks, I've been doing weekly lives. It started from doing topics each week. And noticing what's been going on for my clients and what they're going through or what struggles are that they're coming across in terms of building their business. And then now we've kind of shifted into answering questions. So each week I pop up a little comment box in my stories, a question comment box in my stories. And then anyone who wants any questions answered, you pop them in there. And then I do this weekly live and I answer those questions for you. So last week I wasn't able to do it because I was unwell. However, I have a huge amount of questions to cover. But what I've done is I've kind of looked at the trends in terms of kind of compacting the questions and answering the questions that kind of relate to each other and resonate. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm also super excited because yesterday I announced my 6-figure course launching again. So this is a brand new program. So if you've been following me for a while, you would know it's a brand new program. We launched this in April, just to a small group of women, just to trial it out, just to test it out. It's been going really well. So they first started in May, so last month, and everything's been going really, really well. And so now we've decided to open up for more spots. And so the next round of women that can come through, that they will be able to start in July. We've got 1 woman in so far, which I'm really excited for her. So what I'll do is I'll go through the questions first, and then I will touch on the 6-figure program. And if that is something that calls to you and you know that that's your next step in terms of your journey, then we can go through all the details in terms of that. So let's just jump straight into the questions. Oh no, he's there. Okay, cool. So I live on a farm with lots of land and we have this little puppy, just a side note. We have a new puppy that we got a few months ago. Anyway, I've just had to put up a new fencing because he's gotten bigger and he can now jump over the one that I put up a few months ago. So I'm just watching him because he loves being outside. And because we live on quite a bit of land, I get afraid sometimes that he will just run off and I'll lose him. Of course, he's a foxy cross Jack Russell. So he loves, like, they're built to hunt rabbits. So there's lots of rabbit holes everywhere. So I'm just keeping in mind that he's out there. Yep, he's sunbaking. He's such an old soul. Okay, questions. All right. So one of the questions that have come through is around how do you juggle your business and personal life. Now, I have answered this before, I think, in one of the Q&As, but just to bring this awareness again is, honestly, it comes down to, firstly, your vision. Like, what do you want your life to look like? So what is your vision of how you want your life to look? And then looking at what your business goals are, and then how to actually kind of sync those together. So what I found at the beginning of my journey is I was chasing success, and I was spending so much time working in and on my business that I completely, pushed away anything to do with my personal life. So I wasn't spending much time with my partner. So then, of course, my relationship with my partner started to go through a bit of friction. I wasn't going out and doing things with friends or socializing or getting out and living my life. I was literally just kind of hid away in my office and did my thing. So what I found from that is, like, I mean, you can get so far, but in the back end, I was really, really unhappy. I was really unhappy. And so when it comes to juggling your business and your personal life, one, what is your vision in terms of what you want your life to look like? What are your business goals? And how can you structure a system for you that works in alignment with your goals and your vision? Excuse me. That you feel super fulfilled in, okay? In business, so you're hitting your business goals, but also in your personal life. So think of it like you've got all these different buckets in your life, right? And you've got to make sure that each of these buckets are attended to. So, for example, your health is attended to. So if you're someone who hustles, then of course your health is going to be a detriment to that because you're not taking care of your health. So how can we fill up all the buckets, be super fulfilled in our health, in our business, in our relationships, in our giving back to the community? How can we fill up all of those buckets? And it really comes down to what your vision is in terms of how you want to live your life. Because this is the thing, you get to decide how you want to live your life. There's so many people over Instagram, over Facebook, on the social media world that live lives that you may be inspired to live. Okay. And so think of it like a magazine. It's like, oh, all of these people are living their lives. What parts of their lives do I like and what parts do I not like? You get to create your life. And so you get to have the vision of what your life looks like, and then you place your business goals into that. So to give an example of my life, excuse me. Oh, I knew I was going to be wanting to talk so much on this because I've missed a week. Okay. So with my life, most of you guys would know if you've been following me for a while, my partner and I were in Melbourne for 10 years. And then during COVID, we decided to move back home to New Zealand to be with family. So now we live on a farm. So that's a completely different lifestyle to what I was used to. I was used to the city life. I was used to easy access to all of these major events. And now we live on a farm near a small town, right? Looking after animals. So it's very, very different in terms of my lifestyle, but I've learned to adapt to it. I've learned and created a way that I can be fulfilled and still fulfill my business goals. For all the mamas out there, I'm yet to be one, but you guys have structured a system that works for you and your life and your business. So it's honestly about time management. What's your vision for your life? What are your business goals? And then looking at, okay, am I spending time with my partner? So one thing that my partner and I did was every week we'd go on a date. So he works full time. I work in my business at home. right? And so we only spend a small amount of time each night, because sometimes I would have coaching calls. I don't do them anymore at night, but I used to have coaching calls at night. And so I wouldn't spend time with my partner. So what we did is every week we go on a date, and we still do that to this day. It's probably not nighttime because we're such nanas, but it'll be going out for breakfast. And that's our thing, where we get to spend time together. Okay. So what is it that you want for your life? And if you've got a partner, how can you make sure that that bucket is being filled, whether it's going on a date night each week? No business, turn your phone off, like not allowed to do any business. Again, it's something that I had to learn also. Excuse me. Okay, just looking at the questions here. Okay, so another question that's come through is around struggling to be consistent. Okay, so in life, not just in business, but in life, in order for you to achieve some sort of result, you have to be consistent. So what I say to my clients is that if you are noticing that you're being inconsistent in an area of your life, i.e., it might be that you're not posting on social media consistently because you've created the story around it. What I say is, well, what is something that you are consistent in terms of your life? Are you consistent in brushing your teeth? And if my clients are hearing this, they're gonna laugh, because I've literally drummed this into them so often in terms of brushing your teeth. When you brush your teeth every single day, right, you are maintaining the hygiene of your teeth. But if you miss a day, or if you miss, like if you're brushing twice a day and you miss one of them, you start to notice a little bit of furriness on your teeth, right? Now, I hate that. So that's why I'm so like consistent in brushing my teeth. But if you don't do it, you have a slight tendency to notice it. Okay, so you feel that furriness. If you don't brush your teeth for a whole week, i.e., not post for a whole week, you're really going to notice it, right? So it's the smallest task, but has such a big, profound result if you are not consistent in this. Okay, it's just like if you don't eat every day, then of course your body's not going to get the nutrients and the fuel to go through the day. So you've got to ask yourself, what is the story that you're telling yourself about being consistent? You're being consistent in something. So how can you place that consistency on the thing that you know that you should be doing? If you have a business, you have to be consistent. In terms of consistency on posting, like that is just the one level. But there's so many other things in terms of business that you've got to be doing to get sales, to make money. So if you're not being consistent in posting content, you have to get over that hurdle so that you can step into the next thing, because then you don't have a business. So the first step is, if you notice that you're not being consistent in posting, right, putting content out, letting people know about your offers, then that's the first thing that you need to get over. So the question to ask yourself is, well, where am I being consistent in my life? How can I apply that consistency that I'm doing there to here? It's a story you're just telling. It's a story that you're telling yourself that you can't do. You have to be consistent. So consistency can look different for everybody. Some people like to post online every day. Some people post twice a day. Some people post a few times a week. Whatever it is, be consistent in it. Okay. So obviously over the last few days, I haven't been very well. And Instagram has been crazy weird because we've scheduled posts and posts haven't gone out. So I don't know what's going on with the algorithm or Instagram. I just noticed that a few times we've tried to post stories, the stories haven't come up. A few times we've posted stories and they're all around the wrong way. I don't know what's going on Instagram, but please sort your shit out. So yes, even though I've been unwell, I haven't been able to keep a track of what's been going on. But regardless of that, I am consistent in my business. So if you are not being consistent, you've got to get consistent. So do whatever you need to do to make sure that you are consistent. Another tip that I share with my clients is, if you notice that you're not consistent because of posting, especially in your business, there's a story that you're telling yourself that you're afraid of someone saying something, whatever. So obviously we get to look at that. But beyond that, start with something small. So if you're trying to post every single day and yet you're only posting once a week, what we want to do is we want to get you into a win-win a win-win situation. And the one win-win situation could look like, okay, if I've noticed that my regular trend is posting once a week, post twice a week. So for the goal for this week, make sure that you post twice. And then the next week you've won. So you've posted twice, now turn it up to 3. So you're putting yourself into a win-win state all the time. Okay. Where was I? Questions. Okay. I feel like yeah, we've had this question before. I feel like I'm bothering people. There's a lot that I could say to this, but I'm just going to cut right through, no bullshit, cut to the chase. I think in anything, we all have some insecurities or some fears or some worries about what other people think about us. If you feel like you're bothering someone, then you probably are. So my question to you is like, what's your intention for doing what you're doing? So if you feel like you're bothering people by putting up content, then maybe your intentions aren't in integrity. Maybe your intentions are that you're trying to get people into your program, or you're trying to get people into your course, or you're trying to get people to buy your thing, whatever. If you switch the intentions, you won't feel like you're bothering people, because you're no longer worried about you and you're more worried about actually wanting to help people. So when you put posts out, you don't feel like you're bothering people because the intention behind it is pure. So what I mean by this is, if I create an offer, so for example, I've created my 6-figure course. Now, the reason why I did this is because I noticed there was a gap in my products from where I'm helping people at the beginning of their journey to like the end part of their journey. And there wasn't that middle gap. Hence why I created the 6-figure program. So when I tune into that, when I put content out, I'm putting it out there because I want to help people get to 6 figures. And so when I'm posting, I don't feel like I'm bothering anyone, because I'm really focused on helping or attracting those who want to come in and go to the next level. But if I was worried about bothering people, then in the back of my mind, or the intention or the unconscious belief that's there, is that I'm trying to get people, and that I don't actually believe in my course. This is all unconscious, right? I don't believe in the course, or I don't believe in myself, but I'm going to try and put it out there. And so there's that icky energy. So of course, people will feel like you're bothering them, or you'll feel like you're bothering them, because your intentions aren't pure. So what we need to do here is we need to connect you back into your reason why you're doing what you're doing, and why you created the offer. Why is this going to help someone? And then when you're posting, you won't feel like you're bothering people, because your intentions are pure. So sit with that. Sit with that and see what comes up from that, from this conversation. Okay. All right. So the other question that's come through is around, I'm doing all the things, but I'm not seeing the results. There's a few things that could be going on if you're doing all the things and then you're not seeing the results. So what I say to my clients is, you've got to put an effort in for at least 90 days to see some sort of result. Now, results can come through way quicker than that, but I kind of like to put that timeline in place. So if anything happens between now and the 90 days, amazing. But I'm setting the standards and the expectations that things don't really seem to happen until after the 90 days. And what that does is it's because you're creating momentum, and from momentum then comes results. So that's the first thing, is to for you to ask yourself, like, how long have I been doing this thing? Have I been consistent in doing it for the last 90 days? And if not, then that's your first goal, is to do something for 90 days. What you'll see happen if you do something for 90 days is you'll start to refine the way that you do things. So at the beginning, a lot of people, especially if they put a plan in place and then they start to implement it, or they start to action it, there's a lot of insecurities that come up. There's a lot of fear, there's a lot of worry, there's a lot of like, I don't know what I'm doing. And then from there, you get over that and you're now into the next phase, which is okay, think this is where I need to refine this. So it might be you might decide to do a 90-day reel challenge or a 90-day content challenge, for example. The first step is to acing or mastering consistency. So that's the first thing that you'll go through, is like, I've got to do this for 90 days. Then you're doing it. You're actually in the momentum of taking action. Then once you've done that, you've gone past the consistency phase. Now you're like, okay, cool. I need to refine the way that I'm articulating this message. Or maybe I'm focusing on something that I should be focused on something else in terms of the way that I'm communicating my message. So your reels and your content will then start to shift. Okay. And then you continue to go through that phase, And then at the end of that, you will have some sort of result, but also you can look back over the 90 days and then you learn from what you've done, and then you apply it to the next 90-day thing 90-day sprint or whatever that you decide to do. So that's the first thing, is like, are you being consistent in the thing that you're saying that you're doing? So if you're doing all the things, are you being consistent? Have you done it for 90 days? The next thing I would be looking at is like, where's my beliefs at, my mindset? Because if I am doing all the things and I do a certain task or whatever for 90 days, but there's a part of me that doesn't believe that I can get the results, your belief systems literally dictate your results. Whatever you believe is true. So if you believe that you do this 90-day challenge or 90-day sprint or whatever, and you're not going to get results, that's your belief system. You're not going to get the results. Or you'll get the results and you won't even see them, or you won't even appreciate them because it's not good enough. So that's where your mindset comes into it. The other thing that you can look at is your energy, is around, are you fully in? Are you all in? Are you all in you? Are you all in your offers or the product or the service that you're providing people? Are you all in this 90-day challenge, for example? Only you can answer that. Only you can answer that. So if you feel like you're doing all of the things and you're not seeing the results, my question to you is, have you been doing it for 90 days? Is your mindset completely like you believe you're going to get the results? And is your energy aligned? Okay. What else did we get through? Daily rituals. Yeah. What I know to be true in terms of business is your daily rituals are going to change depending on where you're at in your business. So if, let's just say, for example, you're focusing on growing your audience or being more visible, so your daily actions might be a little bit different to the nurturing phase. So maybe you're focusing more on nurturing your audience. I can see my puppy trying to escape. We're going to have to finish up soon. I think he's going to run away. Little rat bag. So depending on your intentions, if you're in the phase of growth in terms of your social media, in terms of your email list, in terms of your Facebook group, in terms of just your growth in your business, then your tasks are going to be slightly different to maybe you're in the nurturing phase, where you're nurturing your current clientele, where you're nurturing your current Facebook community, where you're nurturing your followers, for example. Every task that we do has a certain intention and reason why we do it. So in terms of a daily ritual, like at the bare minimum, you should be having a ritual that helps you be the best version of you for that day. And that might look like, writing down your thoughts, getting whatever's been bothering you in your mind, getting it down on paper and releasing that. It might be moving your body. Amazing way to like release stuff from the day before. It might be that you are feeling maybe a little bit not confident in yourself, so you need to ground into your power. It might be a meditation or a breath work. But beyond all of that, it doesn't matter what you do as long as you do something. And it doesn't have to be like, you have to do this, and this. to get results. No, it's like, remember that we're human. Every single day is different. We might wake up really excited one day. Yep, he's gone. One day, and then the next day, it's done. Like, you're not having it today, for example. So in terms of daily rituals, it really depends on your intentions. So I do have to go because I've just noticed that my puppy has escaped again. So what I'm going to quickly do is just wrap this up here. I will pop another Q&A box on my stories next week. For those of you who want to know a little bit more around my 6-figure 6-month coaching program, we've got 4 spaces left now. So one of the spaces has gone now. 4 spaces for 4 women. Right now, the price point is at a discounted rate. So I'll pop all the details. Actually, I think all the details are in my bio already. So if you click on my bio and click 6-figure 6-month coaching program, all the details are in there. The full price point is there. However, at the moment, there's a discount. So if you are wanting to scale your business to 6 figures, he's coming back, must be scared, to 6 figures this year. We start in July. However, you do get one-on-one coaching with me. So if you sign up today, you start your one-on-one coaching straight away. In this program, you get modules every single week plus tasks to implement. We go into the mindset of being a 6-figure entrepreneur, what that looks like, how you can feel into it, how you can become that. We also go into belief systems, so really pulling back the layers of your belief systems and finding out why right now you don't believe that you can be a 6-figure entrepreneur. We go into the energy. So like I said in one of the questions, energy is super important. So we help you ground in, not just in your offers and the services that you provide for people, but what's he doing? But we go into the energy around you and how you feel about yourself, because how you see yourself is how you're going to show up. Okay. So if you don't feel good about yourself, if you don't believe that you can make 6 figures, if you have stories blocking you from receiving XYZ, whatever's going on in your mind, it is stopping you or projecting you forward. Okay. So we look at that. That's so important to be looked at. And then the other thing we go into is all the strategies. Okay. So if you are new to coaching or you're new to having an online business, we do go through the fundamentals of like how to set things up and make your first 10K. We're talking 6 figures in this current program. Okay. So if you're really, really brand new, I would recommend starting with my fast track course, because that's the course to help you stabilize all the foundations, and it'll help you get to your first 10K. Or if you are already kind of on your way, you're up and down in terms of your income, or you just want to jump straight into the 6-figure 6-month coaching program, you can do that. We just need to have a little chat to see where you're at, just to make sure it's the right fit. Otherwise, I would probably recommend going into the fast track course, which is of course a smaller self-paced program. So we go into setting things up, how you can create a lead generation, how you can create a course that kind of runs for you, what things you need to be doing in your business. I find when new clients come into my world, they are just so confused and not sure on what they're supposed to be doing. Like, and I've been there in my journey as well, where I wake up and I'm like, okay, I need to make money today, or okay, I need to run my business today. What the fuck do I do? So this course will help take all of that guesswork out. You will know exactly what you need to be doing in your business every single day to move the needle forward, to make sure leads are coming in, to make sure that you're being visible here, visible there, so that you can hit your sales goals. Okay, I really do have to go. I'm watching him going back and forward. So if you have any questions or you would like to know some more information about my 6-figure 6-month program, please send me a DM now or comment below when you see this video. I'll pop a comment question box next week, and I'll see you guys all on our next live next week. See you later. Bye for now.